besides losing the inches, you really feel better about having made the decision. It gives you hope, and you really want to go on. You really do, because losing weight is hard, and you still have to watch your calories and the exercise and things, but this is very, it really does give you a lot of hope.
How many of you, when you try and lose weight, you focus on losing weight? Right? So here's my question for you. Don't think of a pink elephant. What did you do? Right? How many of you thought of a pink elephant? Right? That's what we did. Why? Because the mind doesn't work with negatives. When I say don't think of a pink elephant, you do. Now some of you said, well, mine was pink for a second, but I changed it to blue. Right? Or you did, but the point is that you thought of that. So if you focus on losing weight, when you lose your keys, what do you try and do? Find them, right? So when you lose weight, guess what your unconscious mind, guess what your mind, guess how it works? Guess what it tries to do? Tries to find it. Anybody have that experience? They lose weight and what happens? You gain it back. You can't focus on losing weight. You have to focus on being your ideal weight. Right? That's one of the keys, and we'll talk more about that. But this is why people don't open the fat cells. They're constantly focused on losing, and you can't lose forever. And so if you're losing, you have to gain it again to lose it again.
Light energy emitted by the laser-like lipo safely penetrates the patient's skin. VVAS targets the adipocytes or fat cells by the specific frequency, wavelength, and power settings of VVAS. The fat cells absorb the electromagnetic energy from VVAS. When enough energy is absorbed by the fat cells, transitory pores begin to form on the surface. Water, glycerol, and free fatty acids begin to leak out of the pores into the interstitial space or sewer system between fat cells. The adipocytes release these substances into circulation, and they are processed naturally in the body. The fat cells are then smaller, leaving you with inch loss, fat loss, and a reduction in the appearance of cellulite.
Tell me about your experience with ND laser fat loss.
I think it's been a really positive experience. It's been good for me. It's been good for my family. We work out together. We eat better. I feel better about myself. I can wear clothes I wasn't wearing for a long time. So it's been a very positive experience for the most part.
Share with us the results you've seen.
I've lost 13 inches.
In how many weeks?
In Monday will be the end of our 6th week.
6 weeks. And what would you say to others about our program?
I think it's a really good program. You have to be positive. It's good to have encouragement from your family and friends. Don't give up. You'll feel a lot better in the end. And believe in yourself. That's really a big part. And just don't give up on yourself.
Number 2, not resetting your weightostat. Now, what do I mean by this? You have this weightostat, if you will, in your body. And that's why some people, no matter what they do, no matter what they eat, what happens? They're skinny. Don't you hate those people? Right? Some of us are those people. We know those people, right? But then other people, no matter what they do, no matter how great they eat, no matter what happens? They don't lose anything. And it's like the thermostat in your house. If you set your thermostat at 72 and it's 95 degrees outside and you turn on the window, what's going to happen? You turn on the window. You open the window, what's going to happen? It's going to stay 72 degrees. Why? The hot air comes in, the thermostat senses it, kicks on the AC, and it keeps it at 72. Right? If your thermostat set at 68 and it's winter and you open the window, what's going to happen? Kicks on the heater, brings it back to your weightostat in your mind, just like a thermostat, is actually going to determine your weight depending on your lifestyle if you don't make any much different choices. So if you don't reset your weightostat, it's never going to happen where you keep it off. It'll go back to whatever your weightostat is set at.
So tell me about your experience with North Dakota Laser Fat Loss.
Well, I'm really excited that I've lost, just about 20 pounds, and I don't even know how many inches. I think about 12 or so. I forgot to look my last, but so I'm really excited that I've lost that much weight in such a short amount of time.
And so what results have you had? You said 20 pounds.
Yeah, I've lost about 20 pounds, and I think about 12 inches total.
12 inches?
Just on the waist. I don't know what my what my inches are, hips and arms and everywhere else, but...
Okay, and so what would you tell others about the program?
it's a combination of a lot of great things, diet and exercise, and the laser, I think, all attributes to just a great weight loss and a healthier person.
Number 3, stored emotional baggage. Now, I like this one because, there's a lot of stuff about stored emotional baggage, but really, what is an emotion? An emotion is simply a chemical reaction that happens in your body, right? The body releases certain chemicals and you experience this emotion. So if your body doesn't actually get rid of those chemicals that got released as you experienced that emotion, what happens? It's a stored emotion, right? It's just chemicals that represent the emotion that your body never got rid of. Well, when you have a lot of those chemicals that we have from our emotions, guess what? They signal your body to store fat. Right? So if you have these stored emotions that your body never got rid of, you're going to have a hard time getting rid of the fat because it's just stored emotions are just stored chemicals in your body that cause your body to store the fat. That's all it is. Simple. Right? But they prevent us. Are you counting on your fingers? Right? Toes, right? How many of these apply to you?
Hi, Dawn. Tell us about your experience with ND Laser fat loss.
Hello, Krista. It's been a great experience as far as it got me out of the house. I got to meet some great people. I got to lose some weight. I had to do it with my sister. Spend a lot of time with the trainer, eating right, and just been a good experience as far as the weight loss.
And share with us the results you have seen.
As far as inches lost, it's been great. Dropped a couple of pant sizes. Lost almost 20 pounds. And as far as inches, I don't know the exact overall, but it's been great.
And what would you tell others about the program?
Try it out. It gets you moving, it gets you motivated, and the results, they're just there. They're great.
Drinking alcohol. None of us ever do that, right? We never drink alcohol. I mean, right? What happens, though, is that your body, when you drink alcohol, actually causes your body to start storing the fat. Now, you'll hear me talk about that a lot. Here's a little side note on how the body works. Right? Your body's lazy. Just like us. It's lazy. It doesn't want to do any more work than it has to. It doesn't want to burn any more energy than is necessary. That's why we made it this far. Because that's how it works. And how that works is, let's say, if you contract this muscle, right, the other muscle relaxes automatically. Because it wouldn't make much sense if I wanted to bend my arm to also contract this and create resistance, would it? Well, if you release chemicals that raise your blood sugar levels, right? If you release chemicals that raise your blood sugar levels, the chemicals that lower your blood sugar levels automatically shut off. That's the way the body works. So if you have hormones in your body that are released that cause your body to store fat, guess what hormones get shut down? Anybody want to guess? Which hormones get shut down? If you release hormones that cause your body to store fat, which hormones get shut down? The ones that cause your body to burn fat. Right? Your body is like that. If you release hormones to store fat, you're not releasing the hormones to burn the fat. That's just the way the body works. It's natural, it's easy, it saves energy. Right? So if you're drinking alcohol, you're going to trigger the hormones that cause fat storage, so what's not going to happen? Fat burning.
Hi, Kim. Tell me about your experience with ND Laser fat loss.
It was good.
And what results have you had?
I lost 21 inches, and that is 15.7%.
In 6 weeks.
Number 5, skip meals, reducing calories, letting yourself go hungry. Anyone ever do that? Right? Puts your body into fat storage mode. And the reason why is, 200 years ago, if you didn't have food and you went hungry, what was that a signal to your body of? It was a signal to your body that what? There probably wasn't any food, right? That's why you went hungry. So the body said, okay, there must be a famine out there. Let's start storing the food so we can get through this famine. It does the same thing in today's world, even though there's not a famine. We're just doing it trying to get our body to be different.
My experience has been extremely awesome. I've had extreme differences in my before and after, to me anyway. But and I've met great people and learned life changes that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
What results did you have?
I lost 11.5 inches in 6 weeks. The results are absolutely worth it. And I believe with the laser that it's made it a lot easier. You know, attempts before have failed, and this one I saw results the first week, and it was definitely a lot more tolerable. So,
eating refined carbohydrates, sugar. Nobody ever eats white breads or pastas or sugar, do they? Guess what it does? It causes your body to store the fat. That's what it does.
You have the same amount of fat cells almost your entire life. The fat cells just get bigger and smaller, usually just bigger. You have connective tissue that holds your skin onto your body. Cellulite can come from your fat cells being too big and/or the connective tissue not stretching, which creates a dimpled appearance. But often, cellulite is a toxic condition of the body, combined with swelling and lack of circulation. The toxins often cause the connective tissue to become stiff and inflexible, which causes the cellulite appearance. Thin people can have cellulite because of this. Cellulite normally doesn't respond to diet and exercise programs. 8 out of 10 women have cellulite, as well as many men. To get rid of cellulite, you have to get rid of the toxins. You can either break the connective tissue or shrink the fat cells. Breaking the connective tissue hurts, just like tearing a ligament in your body, because the connective tissue are little ligaments. The lipolyte was designed to shrink the fat cells. Vivaz targets the fat cells, causing them to open up and release the fat contents. Then the fat cells are left smaller, and the appearance of cellulite often reduces or even disappears completely, naturally, safely, and without any pain.
Anybody here